Sean, hold on!
Sean, what I'm trying to say is, I need something a little more. More than spending every night in the Winchester. I want to get out there and do more interesting stuff. I want to live a little. I want you to want to do it too.
At the beginning of the story, Sean is in a bit of a rut. Life is changing all around him. His girlfriend is, wants a lot more from life. She's a lot more sort of motivated than he is, and Sean can't really cling to this apathy anymore.
Things will be fine, I promise.
You promised you'd stop smoking when I did. You promised you'd go back to the gym. You promised you'd try drinking red wine instead of beer. You promised you'd come on a holiday with me.
Well, we went to Greece, didn't we?
We met in Greece.
She loves him, but she's gone out with him for a few years. She just wants things to move on. She wants to do different things with him. And he doesn't seem to be capable of doing that, so that's why she splits up with him at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, I'll put this on some random.
He lives with his best friend, who is the kind of spectre of his apathy in a way, his old mate Ed, who's just a complete waster. But he does reach this stage when he thinks, right, I've really got to sort everything out. I've got to sort out my relationship with my mum. He's going to sort his life out with his girlfriend. He's going to get himself together. It just so happens all that takes place around the full-scale invasion of the living dead.
That you stay in your homes, make no attempt to reach loved ones, and avoid all physical contact with the assailants.
You believe everything you hear on TV?
These instructions.
I think the starting point for the film was when we did the episode of Spaced, with the zombie sequence in it, the Resident Evil sequence. We realised around then that we were both massive fans of Dawn of the Dead, and we did sort of both look at each other and think, oh, we should really do something like this.
Well, we never wanted to make the film into a spoof. We didn't want it to be a Mickey take or in any way irreverent. The whole idea was that the horror aspect of it was totally true and faithful to the source material, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. We weren't making a comedy zombie film, we're making a film which is a zombie film and a comedy.
Any zombies out there? Don't say that. What? That? What? That? The Z word. Don't say it. Why not? Because it's ridiculous. All right. Are there any out there, though?
Ed and Sean's relationship was basically mine and Simon's relationship for years. I would just lay on the couch while he moaned at me for being a lazy bastard. But, all that time that has passed, I now look to it as working towards the role of Ed.
It is kind of based on their relationship in a sense, because Simon and Nick used to share a flat together, and they are like brothers, or have that very much that kind of playful antagonism between each other. But that kind of chemistry between them can only come from people who've lived together.
Purple Rain? No. Sign of the Times? Definitely not. Oh, Dire Straits. Throw it.
They both kind of enjoy it. They both get something out of it in a way, I mean, Sean doesn't relish it like Ed does. As soon as Ed stoves in the first one's head, he's kind of like, this is great.
Did you see his head go?
But Sean has this slight hesitation because he's still, even though it's a zombie, he's still bashing someone's head in with a cricket bat. She hasn't done before.
Which one do you want, girl or bloke? The first one.
You got to destroy the brain. The fact, that's the, you can cut the legs off, but the body will still come. You've got to destroy the brain. Weapon-wise, a gun is nice, but you need to reload it eventually. You never have to reload a sword or a sharpened pool cue. Something that gives you what I like to call killing distance.
I love how we call them blunt objects. We don't call them weapons, we just call them blunt objects. We don't know why.
They use anything. Spatulas, spaghetti spoons, egg whisks, anything at hand really. Umbrellas,
It's all very simple.
hockey sticks, lacrosse rackets, all the things that everybody has at home.
Okay, apologies for the cramped conditions, everybody. Okay, Di, can you stay on David's lap? Philip, hang in there, okay? Ed, get there fast, yeah? And, Mum, this is Liz. Liz, Mum.
Hello.
It's a world-class comedy script. There are, 3 gags on every page, and there's blood everywhere. The zombie side of things, I discovered that these young men, this is what they did instead of their O-levels. They watched every movie made by George Romero. These kids are sick.
This is kind of our spin on like action and horror, but with a very suburban, mundane backdrop to it, really. We're so used to in American films to seeing kind of American locations being invaded and stuff. It was kind of fun, rather than also to do the touristy London thing of like filming it in Piccadilly Circus or with red double-deckers, is actually to do kind of like things happening in the suburbs. And so to see the effect of the zombie holocaust on Crouch End and Barnet.
We did want it to be scary. There are moments in it that we kind of cut down on a little bit because it was almost too much.
No, what? Oh, we got to keep moving.
There are some really visceral and scary, horrible bits in it, which I think will shock people. I think we want people to go and see this. We want it to be like a date movie. So couples to go and for women to enjoy it as well as men. Horror is generally the domain of your 16 to 35-year-old male, but we kind of wanted to make a film that was a bit more broad.
What's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester. Don't forget to kill Philip!
What? This is not like anything I've ever seen. You know, there's comedy there, but if you don't like comedy, there's The Undead. If you don't like that, you got Kate Ashfield, hello. Or, you know, great directing. It's just all there, you know.
How did you lose them?
I just gave them the slip. Wasn't difficult. They're not all that.
It's a lot more like a black comedy about the end of the world, really, and people's responses to something like this. And the central joke of the film is how little changes, you know, in the face of the crisis. And so there's jokes on the kind of the English reserve. It's kind of, even though it's kind of the end of the world and a lot of really violent things happen and a lot of people die, it's kind of probably one of the most laid-back zombie films ever made.
Are they still out there? Yeah. What do you think we should do? Have a sit down? Now, seriously, Mary, I'm warning you, okay? I'm gonna have to get physical. I mean it. This is it. I'm gonna...
It's like I need a hole in the head.
Tus trailers, visita mi canal.
Hello, welcome to the initial stages of Shaun of the Dead, the film that rocked the world.
This is, you're now looking at a time capsule. This is the original, what we like to call the flip draft, which is before we actually wrote the script. So hopefully what you see here is what you might have watched. If it's drastically different, then something went really fucked up.
Something done fuck up. Right, here's page one.
Title, first shot.
This is the cinema, lost some comments who won't
Go into that. But that's the audience, that's the front row of the audience on the first night, people watching it, and they're loving it already. There's Simon's face. Okay.
They're loving it like that. Here's scene one, the Winchester. Just lots and lots of writing. There's the nut bit when they caught the nuts. Do you remember that bit? Was it in it? You tell me.
Was the C word in it? You tell us.
That, yes.
Okay.
The credits.
Credit sequence, titles, Shaun of the Dead at this stage, we hope.
Traffic jam, bus stop, muck jobs, clubbers, all those things happening at the beginning. It's the first part of the scene with Pete. Bang!
Into the next. Kitchen, a slam bang transition. Shaun and Pete together. Shaun defends Ed. Dr. Frankenfurter, tequila, fat girl, that should all make sense.
Were all those lines in it? Fat girl? You can write to me and Edgar and tell us if we're right. We should know actually because we'll be there too.
The lounge.
The lounge. What happens in the lounge? A bomb drops. Ow!
Sorry, Liz calls and a bomb, dropping a bomb. A bombshell.
But it's not a bomb. There's not supposed to be a bomb in the thing. It was.
Liz has dropped a bombshell.
Liz drops a bombshell. You got my birthday.
Okay.
You wanker.
On the road to work. Woo, 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 woo. Sirens going off. Paper shop.
All the clues are starting to come in of the zombie problem.
On the bus.
On the bus. TV's in shop. Just Sean's work. On the shop floor. Bedlam. Busy. Noel. I was so fucked. Do you remember that bit when he took the call? Very funny.
Cafe. Lunch. Edgar is bootylicious.
Fact.
That's not in the film.
No, but Edgar is bootylicious.
Stuff in the kind of shop. Pigeons. Shop floor 2. Mr. Sloman.
He's the manager. More writing. Lots of writing.
Cheap Shock. Crying Man.
There's the crying man. And oddly enough, he turned out to be a woman.
There's Simon with some flowers.
That's right. Or a cornetto.
Yep.
Bad signal on the phone there, we're going through. Here's some drawings. That's Shaun meeting Yvonne, his friend, in the street.
Ooh, they're talking. That's not so well drawn, but basically that's Shaun and Yvonne, and that's a car crash in the background. Getting home. Quick shots. Fancy a pint.
Getting back to Shaun realising the birthday thing happening there.
Those arrows denote a dynamic camera move. Yeah, you with me?
For which Edgar is famous in Britain.
Shaun runs with flowers, what we like to call the Richard Curtis moment.
It's the romance moment, and Richard is a great exponent of the romantic comedy, and that was what that is in there. There's the bike with the blood on the wheel.
Okay.
Here's an ideas page. Coming out, all the way.
The intervention. Lots of stuff going on here. Prince, mum joke, Dave.
And it's all that. Here's a very strange arm catching a packet of pork lumps. That's me there, obviously. You're probably thinking I look a lot fatter than I do in the film, because by the time I make the film I've lost some weight, like this guy here.
Please turn over for Pub Brainstorm. And here it is.
The ideas page. There's Ed and Shaun having a bit of a thing. These are all the ideas for what goes on the night before the whole thing kicks off.
Going home pissed, then walking along singing White Lines. I don't know if we could clear that or not.
Hopefully.
Freeze Rock. Obviously Grandmaster Flash.
It's very dramatically ironic, this whole short, because you know and we don't.
And also they come back, they meet Pete.
That's what I'm talking to.
At this point, the audience is asking,
what's up with Pete's hand?
And Sean says to Pete,
what's up with your hand, man?
Exactly. In the lounge, lots of stuff going on there. Sean falls asleep, makes a list.
That's the list on the wall.
And Bloody Sunday.
The beginning.
Into the exciting part of the film.
The Battle of Bloody Mary. Here we go, and then this is the big
Let's just go through this quickly, because this is the formative stages. Blunt objects, clothesline, records, pole, broom handle, air rifle, kitchen utensils, a bike, synchronised bludgeoning, you've got red on you, the zombie discovers Ed's porn. We've already cut that bit out, so I'm sorry, that's kind of like the very first deleted scene.
That's like a deleted scene that you'll never see because it wasn't even in.
Fun camera.
Stat fucking deleted.
Hitting a woman, always funny.
Hey, that's not always funny. Hitting a woman we put there because we thought it was an interesting take on the whole notion of violence against women, which is a problematic subject.
Yeah. Battle with Bloody Mary.
There's Bloody Mary.
That's the battle.
And if we swoop on through the battle, you'll see. Oh, there's the records that was chucking.
That's Sean and Ed.
What's he saying?
Fuck 'em up.
Fuck 'em up.
Not anymore though, that's already gone.
Yeah, that's gone. There's Bloody Mary. Now we thought we'd kill. Oh, don't spoil it. We thought we'd kill her with a scythe at first, so there's Bloody Mary with a scythe on her head. But
bang oof, a baptism of gore. That's what we like.
Getting him back into the house. They've just killed.
Make a plan. Watch the TV. Do not make any attempt to reach loved ones.
And the After Mary, that's wound up. I don't know where the stickers for. The blue ones on the wall are fun, giving up smoking. 27 days. Thank you.
The plan. What about Philip?
What about Philip? Look at that.
Now that is that's Sean, that's Ed, and as you see, Sean and Ed are at the garden gate. He's got a cricket bat with nails in it, and he's got a tire iron. Obviously, very well drawn there.
We're not sure if those are the weapons they will eventually. Hey, we didn't put that in yet, have we?
No, that's not in there yet. The question is on everybody's lips. What the fuck is up with London? People evacuating, people running around in a state of panic, traffic jams, dead bodies, crying policemen, car alarms going off, traffic jams, blood on the streets, yeah?
That's the jogger zombie. I think we should have a crashed Cessna.
There's also, you see the first bit of product placement there.
EK.
Exactly, give us some money. Ed and Sean drive to Mum's. Going down the road, some dynamic camera moves there.
Hitting the zombie.
Bang.
Ed crashing the car.
Ed deliberately crashing the car.
A mum's house. That's what happens at mum's house. Tiffin. Hope I know about him. There's Philip watching the television, just before Sean has to kill him with an axe.
Yeah.
The one who doesn't. With a cricket bat.
Sean chickens out from killing Philip.
Sean fails to kill his stepdad with a pair of scissors.
Number 3. Nice, good arrow.
A rock arrow there.
That's good. Looks like sort of Bernie Wrightson sort of like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Going to Liz's.
Via Philip's Jaguar. You bastard.
You bastard. I'll repeat it.
Let's talk about Liz.
Now we wanted to make sure Liz was quite a rounded character. Obviously we're both men. We don't know that much about women, and apart from obviously having kissed them. So we wanted to have like a kind of a proper, rounded female character. So we broke her down into constituent parts.
The only thing that we stipulated is that Liz is a 34D. I don't know whether that happened or not.
You stipulated that.
Exactly. Sean and Liz. 1998, Sean and Liz. Very happy. But in 2001, not so happy. And as you see, Liz is broken-hearted when she really wants to be swept off her feet. Yeah.
There we go.
The two D's. These are quite good. I tell you what, get these two, but just go down each one because it's sort of quite funny if you. I only wanted to freeze frame the DVD. I could read the whole thing.
Like you do on The Simpsons when it says these fine people are also gay.
There's no thing where it says if you're reading this, you're so sad.
Yeah.
Diane is a primary school drama teacher. But she went to Rose Bruford and was in an all-female production of Bouncers.
She also did a TIE production art called Great Shakes.
Making Shakespeare fun for kids.
You know, this isn't the film and other stuff. It's just to try and get them a handle on who they are.
Liz 2, Simon's BAFTA clip. I don't know whether we want a BAFTA, probably not.
Want a BAFTA for that, but there's maybe the Bruce Campbell chin.
Or Quentin Tarantino from Dust Till Dawn. One of the two. Who's with me?
Either or.
Outside Liz's.
Outside Liz's pulling up. That's the setup in the car there. I don't know if you see little letters telling you who sat where.
Ed, Barbara in the front, the two Ds. Actually, Liz is now in the front with Barbara, that's changed. Two Ds in the back with Philip, who's dying. Nick screeching up, Sean closing his eyes. The journey to the Winchester, kaboom.
The car crashing, Sean looking at his stepdad going into flames in a bastardised Jag.
Interesting enough, the exploding Jag was the first thing to be cut from the budget.
Hey, you missed Philip in the window there. There's zombie Philip in the window looking up, just vaguely remembering the fact that he used to drive a Jag before it smashes into a wall and explodes in a blaze of glory.
Sean's Cop Wheels meets Big Ed blowout. That's the DVD chapter.
That's when Sean has a massive go at Ed for being a twat.
Sean turns to the others, breathes in and exhibits the kind of scene stealing and comic timing that marks out Simon Pegg as an actor to watch. Total Film, August 2001. On foot, two eyes. What's going on foot? Mum's gone AWOL. There's the swing ball incident, the group hold hands, squabbling, the impressions round, destruction of private property, a zombie skirmish, Dave.
Dave!
On foot.
Edgar is gay. Fact. There we go. And
Final garden. This is a bit of my handwriting, which is not as good as Simon's.
Edgar writes like the man off Seven. And he's just and he gets really close to it as well. Look
at this. Look at that. So tight.
He did that with a magic marker as well. Because how thin that is. It's incredible. But he is like the guy off Seven, and he's also killed 7 people. For instance,
out on the street.
Out in the street, they're pretending to be zombies. That might have been in the trailer. I don't know. It's probably. Go on, check the trailer out.
Check the trailer out, because what we wanted is to have that shot where they're pretending to be zombies as the last shot in the trailer. So you'd watch it and say, "Oh my God, they all end up dead at the end of the film."
Not really.
There's only a joke. Basically, Sean goes missing. Nick is, Ed is not that. Nick, I see I'm putting Nick there as well.
No, because Nick Frost, who plays Ed, hopefully.
Unless he's dead. The siege at the Living Dead at the Winchester Tavern, obviously a reference there to the Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, also known as Let Sleeping Corpses Lie.
You don't need to explain that, because everyone out there's just going to get that straight away.
Okay.
In fact, such a famous.
Alright. This is stuff in the pub. Zombies in Gun, Fruit Machine, Zombie Moan, John Reanimates, Fight 2, Climax,
Nearly there.
John's Not Dead. That's a reference to the QED, John's Not Mad.
That's right.
They wouldn't know that.
There's Dave getting a punch in the face. Ree!
Crash. Sludge.
That's Dave being ripped into pieces. The lighter in the cellar.
Oh yeah, they're down in the cellar. This is the end of the film.
The final moments, Ed dying.
There's the sort of like zoom in on Ed's face as he's kind of, is he dying? The screen goes to black. Bang.
Bang. And then what do you know?
3 months later, the TV's on.
We go down, Sean enters the living room, Liz sat in Ed's old seat, the blah blah, we're down, kisses Liz, goes out to the shed. There's Ed in the shed, alive but not dead, but dead, was it? He's alive but dead.
He's a zombie.
He's a zombie. And they play PlayStation and it ends.
Yeah.
And this is the sequel.
Scary Movie 2. Thank you very much.
Thank you.